guys, hello, welcome back again to my YouTube channel. It's your baby girl, Blessing Alex, gracing your screen with this beauty. How have you guys been? Hope you've been good. I'm fine too. I'm okay. All right, from the last video I made a very huge announcement, and I promised you guys that I was going to take you through as to what I've been up to, what has been happening. And then in this video, I'm going to be talking about my first trimester, everything that went down. Hmm. Hey, the while I went through. I'm going to be telling you guys about everything in this video. So if it's something you want to watch, if you're planning to get pregnant, please sit back and enjoy. Okay. Okay. So guys, see, I have a book here. I don't know if you can see where I wrote down some things so I don't forget. It's not like I can ever forget the experience, but I want to make sure I don't leave anything out when I'm telling you guys. So, after I found out I was pregnant, I I did not start showing any symptoms, and I was really excited about it. I was even saying, "Oh, this baby is not stressing me. I'm having the fun of my life. I'm not stressed. No symptom, nothing. It doesn't even feel like I'm pregnant." So I was enjoying myself. I did not know. I had no idea what I was up against. So some weeks, I think a month into my pregnancy, I started taking drugs, routine drugs. So that was when the symptoms started showing. So I started noticing that the first thing I noticed was that I hated some smell, like things I was used to before. Some smell, I couldn't stand them anymore. Like I couldn't stand the smell of crayfish. I couldn't stand the smell of seasoning, Maggi, no, any of them. I couldn't stand the smell of a lot of things, and it wasn't funny. So me not being able to stand them means I cannot cook. Okay, so that was one of the first symptoms I noticed, and the changes I noticed. Another thing I noticed about my pregnancy in the first trimester was excessive vomiting. See, eh, anytime I'm explaining this thing, it's as if I should start crying because I saw one. So, in the first trimester, a month into the pregnancy, a month plus into the pregnancy, I discovered that I couldn't keep anything down. I was having excessive vomiting. It was too much. It wasn't the normal, oh, maybe once in a day, a drop or twice in a day. Like anything I put in my mouth, I throw it out. Even water, I couldn't hold water down. In fact, I hated water at that point. Excuse me. So I had excessive vomiting. I would want to eat something. After eating, I'll throw everything up. And it was so excessive to the point that I think I had wounds in my throat. So whenever I was throwing up, I was throwing up with blood. It was so bad. Then I'll have sore throat for some days. I cannot swallow anything. Oh, more. That first trimester was not funny at all. It wasn't sweet. There was nothing sweet about it. There was really nothing sweet about it. So I had excessive vomiting, and it lasted for like 4 months. It lasted for like 4 months. And another thing that accompanied it was spitting. See, there is nothing as uncomfortable as spitting. See, hey, Jehovah. Sorry, the noise that bikes are passing, so they're making a lot of noise. So I was spitting too much. Even had to get a container where I have to throw away saliva, because whenever I make a statement like I'm talking, I just make bring one word out. My mouth is full. I have to throw it away. I couldn't talk. I stopped picking some calls because, of course, if I'm talking, I have to throw away saliva. It was so bad. In regards to the spitting, it was so bad that sleeping was work. Sleeping was hard because when I'm sleeping, saliva is in my mouth and I need to throw it away. If I say I want to lie down and just sleep smooth before throwing it away, I will choke on it. Sometimes it comes out. See, it was just too much. It was just, I couldn't go out. I didn't go to church for that 4 months plus. I couldn't go to church because, of course, it's going to be uncomfortable. I cannot be walking around with container to pour away saliva. You get, so I had that excessive salivating. I was throwing away saliva every second, like, and I noticed that as I was doing that, I was losing water too, and then my throat was dry. And because I couldn't take water, I hated water that period, so it was tough for me. I cannot take water and I'm losing water. So losing water means losing strength. So that was another symptom I dealt with in the first trimester, and that lasted till my fifth month. That lasted till my fifth month. So it was tough. It was tough. Another symptom I noticed was food aversion. I suffered food aversion. It was terrible. It was so bad that there is no food I could eat. I couldn't eat nothing. Like when I feel like eating something today and then I take my time to maybe want to prepare it. After preparing the food, I eat. I throw up. Sometimes when I even prepare it, I can't eat it anymore. So I became very selective with what to eat. What I know I used to eat then was I ate noodles a lot. And initially, when I started eating noodles, I didn't use any seasoning, no pepper, no onions. I couldn't stand the smell. No egg, no protein, nothing. Just the noodles like that, plain. That was what I could eat. And then I remember there was a point. At some point, I liked okra soup, but when I eat it once, twice, and it stays, I can't eat it anymore. So food aversion really dealt with me. I couldn't eat anything. I couldn't. It was bad. Even my favorite food, things that I know I loved before I got pregnant, I just got pregnant and I could not stand them. Imagine me not being able to eat yam. It was so bad. It was frustrating. There were days I would cry. There were days I would cry because I couldn't keep anything down and it wasn't a funny experience at all. It wasn't a funny experience. So that was another symptom I dealt with, food aversion. I think I'm going to include some little clips I made during my first trimester, how I was feeling and all that. I'm going to put in some short clips for you to see. Another symptom I dealt with was I was always nauseous. If I say I was nauseous alone, self, it would not cut it because I wasn't just feeling nauseous, I was throwing up every day. I cannot eat without brushing. I need to brush, then eat. And anytime I brush, I throw up. That one, even till now, anytime I brush, I must throw up. So I think that was one symptom that I'm still carrying up till now. Okay, so that was another thing I noticed. When I brush, I throw up, and it was not a nice experience at all. And the worst is that every symptom I was feeling, there was no drugs I could take to maybe calm it down. You hear things like, oh, don't worry, after your first trimester, you'll be fine. It's going to be okay. So I had to deal with all those symptoms. I had to manage. It was bad to the extent that every day I wake up, I tell myself, okay, We've entered another day. Maybe after this day, the days are reducing. Thank God. We're getting there, we're getting there. It was terrible. It was terrible. And I thank God for the amazing husband God gave me, because no, I don't think it's every man that can understand and bear what he was able to bear, because in that first trimester, he was practically doing everything in the house, down to helping me clean, cooking, ensuring that the whole place was tidy. Even though I was spitting and it was irritating for me, I wonder how it was for him, but he still helped me through it all. And I cannot thank him enough, okay? I cannot thank him enough. So he was one that made everything, the process easy for me. And then my very good friend too that came and helped me. She helped me clean, helped me wash, cook for me. And I had support system. Okay, in that first trimester, I had support system. My parents were always calling to check on me. My in-laws were always calling to check on me. My mother-in-law was super amazing that period. Okay, so if I have any symptom that I don't understand, I will call them and ask. Then they'll tell me what to do to help the situation. And for the spitting, what I did initially when it started, I was trying to look for what I could take that could stop it or at least reduce it. So I was taking a lot of, they said I should take um, Tom Tom. One thing I noticed about all those stuffs was that if I start taking it, it works for maybe a day or two. Then after, it doesn't work again. Like the spitting continues. Even if I'm taking it, I'll be spitting. So I used Tom Tom for a while. I used what again did I use? I used garden egg. I ate a lot of garden egg. It was working magic. At some point, I was talking normally. There was no saliva in my mouth. I was talking normally. Then after I think a week or so, excuse me, after a week or so, I noticed that it wasn't working again. It wasn't work up till now. It doesn't work. I'm not salivating again. I'm okay. Okay. There's no more saliva. I'm okay now. But it wasn't working again. So I had to stop and look for something else. Then I switched to cola nut. I ate a lot of cola nut that period and it worked. Cola nut really helped me. What I do, I just cut a bit, put in my mouth and leave it there. And then it helps stop the excessive saliva and all that. So that's what I suffered in my first trimester. The ones I know I can recall, the ones where really pain me. That's what I'm talking about. So my first trimester was there was nothing sweet about it. Absolutely nothing sweet about my first trimester. I heard some people have different experiences, but mine wasn't a very pleasant one. Okay, but you see this bundle of joy is what I cannot trade for anything. I know this baby really stressed me in my first trimester, but I'm still glad that I am carrying this child. So I'm currently in my third trimester. I'm going to be showing you my baby bump and what we look like right now. Okay, so this is what we look like. Why am I breathing so hard? This is my bump. So that's what we look like right now. So those are some of the things that I went through in my first trimester, and they are major things. I tell you, they are major. I cannot explain it very well. More experience, they say, is the best teacher. Even if someone explains it to me, I don't think I will understand it till I experience it. And I've experienced it, and it wasn't a nice experience. So there was nothing nice about it. But we thank God. We thank God. So those are some of the things that I experienced in my first trimester. Okay, and subsequent video I'm going to tell you about the second trimester and then the third trimester that we are in right now. Okay, so thank you guys for watching my video. I love you so much. Please do it to like, share and subscribe. And as you can see, I'm glowing. Funny enough, I had a lot of fears that I was going to have breakouts, pimples, what's it called? Uh, Another other symptoms they mentioned like stretch marks and the rest, but I really do not have any of that. I'm really glowing, okay? So except my black neck. But we thank God. I'm grateful to God for the process so far. Okay. I thank you guys for watching. Please do it to like, share, subscribe to my YouTube channel. And I'll see you guys in the next video. I love you guys, and this is me signing out. Bye.